In 1 Corinthians 15, one of my favorite passages, it says, I would remind you, brothers. Now think about that. This is the same church, the same group that Paul built, from the very affluent to the criminals. These are the same people he's talking to. Those Corinthian letters are to those original people that he talked to, the church that he talked about in Acts chapter 18. He says, I would remind you, brothers, of the gospel I preached to you, which you received, in which you stand, and by which you are being saved. If you hold fast to the word I preached to you, unless you believed in vain. Remember I said, he got to a point where he felt that he had some leaders. So he could move on and spread the word in other places and build other congregations. So now he's writing back to them. He says, I want to remind you of the gospel I preached to you. He says, I want you to hold fast to this word. He says, for I delivered to you as first importance what I also received, that Christ died for our sins in accordance with the Scriptures, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day in accordance with the Scriptures, and that he appeared to Cephas and then to the 12. The death, burial, and resurrection. That is the cornerstone of every Christian, true Christian church. That is the cornerstone of the church. That is what is taught. And he's saying, I want to remind you, brothers, that you need to hold fast to that. Don't change it. Don't tweak it. It doesn't need tweaking. Right? It doesn't need tweaking. I don't know where all of you sit, where all of you stand with God. But today is the day that you can say, I want to change one thing. Sometimes we look at this and it seems so hard. And I think that a lot of people don't come to Christ because of that. They just feel like it's this insurmountable task. But it's not. You have to make one little change at a time. Start to say, you know what? I'm going to believe the truth. I'm going to believe God. I'm going to say, from now on, whatever I read in here, no matter how difficult it seems or whatever it is that he's telling me, I'm going to believe it. And I'm going to change my life so that I'm going to adhere to that. That's how you start. One thing at a time. As we stand and sing. Number 31. Number 31. Almost persuaded now.